Hi, I'm Brett Anderson with St. Croix Advisors. Today I want to talk about 5 key rules of individual retirement accounts, and this is part 1. When it comes to individual retirement accounts, you and I have a host of rules that we need to comply with. And if we don't comply with the different rules, you and I are going to be subject to different penalties, taxes imposed by the IRS that we're going to have to pay. So today I want to talk about 5 key rules when it comes to IRA plans that you need to know about. And here's rule number 1. April 15th is the deadline to contribute to your IRA or Roth IRA account for the previous year. Just make sure you get it submitted in time. You've got plenty of time to get it done, but just don't wait for the last minute to submit your contribution for the previous year. Rule number 2, rollover versus trustee to trustee transfer. There are times when you need to move one account from one spot to another. The best and safest method is to use a trustee to trustee transfer. Less things can probably go wrong with making that type of a transfer versus receiving those funds and then depositing them down the road. So my recommendation always is use a trustee to trustee transfer. Rule number 3, always have a named beneficiary on your individual retirement account. For that matter, you should have a named beneficiary on your 401k, your 403b, your IRA, your Roth IRA, your SEP, your Simple, anything that you can name a beneficiary. There's no reason not to have a named beneficiary. I would also recommend that you retain a copy of that document. Just keep it with your will of trust so you always know, you can always find a copy of who is listed as your beneficiaries. It's easy to update, and if you don't know, if you haven't updated in a while, take the time to check out who it is, even fill out a new copy and retain that copy for your records. Rule number 4, let's avoid the 10% penalty when it comes to our individual retirement accounts. Hey, sometimes we need money, we don't have it available, and our last resort is utilizing our IRA accounts. So if you're under 59 and a half years old, you can avoid the 10% penalty for items such as death, not my first choice, disability, nor my second, 72T rule, medical expenses, IRS levy, higher education, first-time home buyers, and health insurance if you're unemployed. Rule number 5. Required beginning date for required minimum distributions from your IRA is generally April 1st of the year which you turn 70 and a half years old. In the event that you didn't take your required minimum distribution in that year, you'd be subject to a 50% penalty of what you should have taken out. So take it out. There's a lot of IRA rules to comply with, and it's easy to take a misstep when it comes to your individual retirement accounts. Give me a shout or drop me a note and we can talk about how a particular question or situation applies to you. This is part 1 of part of many videos to come when it comes to individual IRA accounts. So I look forward to you and encourage you to watch part 2 of individual retirement accounts, additional rules that you need to know.